The Minister of Information, Kojo Oponkroma, spoke to journalists and appealed to the minority in Parliament as well as relevant stakeholders to support the government's revenue bills, which are currently before the House, in order to assist the government in its domestic revenue mobilization.
What are the tweaks that can be made to the current draft of the bill as is, so that we can find a good middle ground and still close this about 4 billion gap that we need to do on the revenue side. So I'm not even too fixated about arguing with Guta or AGI or somebody. We must find a certain decent middle ground that allows us to close this gap for our collective good. To our colleagues in the minority, I think it is clear as we go along that we need to work together to achieve a certain objective for the country. And so sometimes, yes, we all get whipped up and whips are put in place that let's do this, let's do that. But I think we have to look at the country's interest at this point in time. The world is ready to help us. China, the Paris Club, the external creditors, we have reason to believe are all with us in a good place now. And they are all looking at us to see whether we as a country will get our act together and help ourselves. So my call, my appeal is to us in government, those in the minority, those in the economic groups, that we all need to find a certain common middle ground and ensure that at the end of the day, these revenue bills pass and we're able to close this 4 billion gap or so, and then be able to cross this threshold for our collective good.
The minority in a press engagement threatened to block any government business from the Finance Ministry due to the non-release of over 6 billion Ghana cedis funds to the District Assembly's Common Fund.
It is quite clear that since 2018, Common Fund is unable to receive an amount of over 6.2 billion Ghana cedi, which is money due in accordance with Article 2522 of the Constitution. And my colleagues on the committee will tell you that it is not an option for government whether to pay the money or not. The money has been collected in terms of tax. It is an illegality for our Honorable Minister of Finance, Ken Ofori-Atta, not to pay those monies to the assemblies. Today, what it means is that there are many assemblies that staff go to work and do nothing, basically go and sit around the table, do nothing, and close. As a result, the assemblies are unable to provide the services that are required of them. And this is not good for our country. We are calling upon Honorable Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta to sit up. It's not as if the money is missing. You collected the monies through taxation. So you have absolutely no right to breach Article 2522 of the Constitution.
Reporting from Parliament, my name is Ni Ayukwe Okain for Citi News.